Guys. Guys, I gotta go get a chair. Cause yeah, get a chair. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Alvia's world, where it's not just my world, but it's your world. And for the most part, it's God's world, so stay blessed and don't be stressed. If you are new here, hi, my name is Alvia. And if you're not new here, welcome back. So yesterday, guys, true story time, I guess. Yesterday was Sunday, today's Monday. And I try to get you guys out. Sorry, it's the plane. I try to get the videos out um, 2 to 3 times a week. And yesterday I was out working and I came home and I was so tired, but I was still able to put out a video. And the whole video, my mic was off. So today I'm back. I charged my mic and everything should be going well. So I was telling in my video yesterday, I was trying to explain that I did put, this is Malin. I'm carrying her because she not allowing me to do nothing else but hug her. You know, I'm still transitioning from breastfeeding to bottle. She's doing pretty good. She takes about 1 or 2 bottles a day, but she's still, fussy. So I'm gonna show you guys a little bit of the garden because y'all haven't seen it in a little bit. Um, but I moved a lot of stuff from the back. So if you're new here, I moved to a new home, and if you've been watching the journey, then you know that I had containers in my backyard of my new residence, and I moved them all to the garden. So I'm gonna show you guys a little bit of what I'm growing. But I was saying that I been researching my soil because I see that it's moving really slow. So I was like, what is it? So me being a little bit of impatient, I was like, what, am I doing something wrong? Did I do something wrong? So my overthinking self, I looked up so many YouTube videos of, of the breaking down of the soil, compost, all the stuff. And they were saying like, whenever you do the lasagna method or the horticulture method of layering, it takes time to break down. So I did it at my old house, and literally I was like, I feel you did this before. Like, why are you overthinking things? Because literally it took like a season. What happened, mama? It took me a season oh, to actually acquire really good quality soil because I had to allow all of the fungi, all of the protozoa, all of nature to break down. What happened, mama? To break down the soil. So, okay. You're all right. You're okay. So basically, I'm just being patient. So most people, whenever they start their garden and they do the lasagna method or the horticultural method of layering, like you put your cardboard down, then you put like twigs and branches and wood, and then you put compost, and then it just breaks down over time, and then you water, and the earthworms and everything pretty much just create this abundant, loose, rich soil so that your garden can thrive. So I'm just now starting my journey on my new house. This is my first season at this house. So what I decided, I said, Alfia, I did it in my old house. I gave it a little help. So I did usually I put a organic slow release fertilizer, but I don't have any. So what I do have is I bought a Haas fertilizer. I bought a Haas vegetable fertilizer, and I think they say it's like a 10-10-10. And I looked it up, and Haas is a very reliable source. I would say that. I'm not big on synthetics, but I think if my plants just need a boost, I'm just gonna do it this one time, just to give my plants a physical boost, and then everything else with my soil, I'm gonna leave it alone till summertime. So I did all that yesterday. Okay, guys, I did all that yesterday. So I did all the beds. I pretty much, you would say, amended with the Haas vegetable fertilizer. I'm out here early. It's 11 o'clock, but the sun is like, it's literally, it just started setting and it's about to just, it's going to be a good day today in Georgia. The forecast is pretty much like in the 70s, high 60s. I think 1 or 2 days going to be like in 80s. So I actually put my peppers outside because it needs some sun. So because peppers can withstand temperatures as low as like 50 or 50, 52, I put them outside when it's hot, and in the nighttime I put it in the house because it's cold. So yeah, so I'm going to show you guys a little bit of a tour, but like I said, I already fertilized and I watered in all of my seedlings from when I first put them in, which is about, I want to say 3 weeks ago. So yeah, it's been 3 weeks. But a lot of growth has happened in the garden, nevertheless. So if you are starting a garden for the first time and you're just now getting your soil acclimated to your space, be patient. If you do have to put a little bit of fertilizer, I'm not perfect, nobody's perfect. So whatever you see fit to put in your garden, go ahead. Just do your research to make sure you don't harm your garden. So I did my research on Haas, and they did say that the only downside, one of the downsides, is the salt content in the soil. So because I didn't put a lot, like I don't even think I put like I didn't even put 2 cups. Like I put a little bit in each hole. I could probably put a clip in of yesterday what I was doing. I didn't put a lot, just around the plant, not directly in the hole or close to the stem, because then you can burn the plant. So just that's all I did. So I'm gonna show you guys a little bit of a tour of my garden. But like I said, nobody's garden. I was watching this guy, his name is Salty Dog Homestead, and he was saying like so many pointers, like, you don't want to compare your garden to anybody else's. Everybody has a journey. And I've been gardening for like, I would say 3 years, and I'm still learning every day. So I would just tell anybody who's just now getting into garden, just get your hands dirty, get your hands in the dirt and learn as you go, learn from other people. Now I can show you guys that my pepper plants are doing well, and that's because I researched, I looked at so many other homesteaders or gardeners. What I think her name is DW Homestead or DW Foods, and I also got my seeds from Humble Servant Homestead. They also have a channel that you can check out. He's like the king of peppers. But he showed me and taught me how to grow peppers. And look, all 10 of my peppers germinated just because I decided to not give up. So that's the thing about gardening. You can't give up. You have to find your own way. What works for you this season may not work for next season. But I'm going to stop chatting and I'm going to show y'all the garden. Okay, so when you first come in, if y'all remember, this was in the back. Yeah, so this has a couple things germinating. I have onions in the back and lettuce. And if you can see, there are some carrots that germinated. And then I also have some spinach. So I have 1, 2, 3, and I think another one there is 4 that germinated. And then this one has been here. This is my cabbage with some onions around it. And then this is also remember my multiplying onions. If you're new here, you can go watch that video of when I planted my multiplying onions. And literally they're multiplying. Remember, we only put 1, and I think there's 4. There's 4 there. Yeah, there's 4. So this is a bulbing onion that actually is forming. I'm happy about that. And also this is a bulbing onion. So yeah. Then over here, I think these are collards, but I took off the here in the middle because it was starting to bolt. Bolting is when your plant experiences inconsistent weather, like hot and cold, and it decides that it wants to reproduce and it produces seed. And then I also have my kale plant here, which is in the shade, which is pretty. And then I have onions also. And then over here is also my cabbage, which I believe is rolling. So that these I brought from my house, my old house. So here, this bed, I'll start here. This is my mint that's in a container. This is like my little compost area because I want to build a soil here. This is a collard green plant because Demir said, Mom, I want to eat collard greens. And that's okay. I'll make you a plant, see what happens. And then over here is our garlic. So I have regular garlic, and then I have this one is elephant garlic. So yeah. So there is some seeds that are germinating. Yeah, I did put some lettuce seeds, some romaine lettuce seeds down, and they're doing pretty well. So that's a blessing. So this is where I told you guys I put some vegetable apple fertilizer down because I realized that a lot of the plants are kind of a little stunted. So I just put it down. So these are broccoli plants. This is a kohlrabi and this is a broccoli. I know they're close together. I don't know what happened there. And then I have onions throughout the bed. These are also my multiplying onions. And then I have scallions around the bed just for pest control. I put them everywhere. All right here are onions and scallions. And I did plant some beets somewhere, but they've just been having a hard time to germinate. But just like over there, I thought I was having trouble, but I think I was just watering it. I wasn't watering it enough. So this is the first bed, and then there's a cabbage back there. So all this is the first bed that I have from the entranceway. Yeah, and then this is chamomile that's growing, and this is a daikon radish. This is the broccoli, and this is the radish, and this is celery, which is doing pretty good. Yeah. So here is cilantro, and this is calendula I had planted out here the other day. And then there's also some lettuce seeds that I planted here. I don't know if the peel bugs got to it, but I haven't only even seen like 1 or 2 sprouts. And then chamomile here, and then also this bed I put fertilizer in because it's growing a little slow. This is kale, obviously onions, multiplying onions. This is broccoli. Where else? Let me see. And these are carrots that are starting to germinate that I might have to thin. This is a daikon radish. These are all spring onions. This is my Napa cabbage, which is doing really good. So it's not that, how can I say this? It's not that the garden is not doing good. It's just some places in the garden that are moving a little slower. So I say, you know what, let me give it some help. So this is also a radish here. And I am going to mulch because I think that's also an issue. And then I also have some beets. If you guys can see the beets, they're here, all in there. They're there. Here is a beet. Yeah, so, and then there's a radish here. This is a calendula, and I think this is a cabbage taking a long time. This is kale. And then there's also some lettuce seeds that I planted not too long ago. You can see those. There's a lettuce. I have the weed in here again. I did weed some yesterday, but I didn't video that. And the video was not great. And then this is calendula again. And there's also some carrot seeds that I planted. And this is kohlrabi. This plant is doing really, really well. Yeah, so that's here. But I'm just keeping a watch out for what sprouts and what germinates and trying my best not to pull it out. So this is one of my green stalks. It's pretty empty. I don't have anything in them because I'm pretty, well, I do. I have onions and maybe I think a kale plant. But for the most part, I'm holding these off for the summertime because I'm going to be planting possibly my peppers in them. So I just have like 2 onion plants. I have a Napa cabbage, and then over on the other side I have a kale, a dazzling blue kale. So then over here I have my I have some onions in here in the middle, right here, and then daikon radish on the left and red radish on the right. And then I have this bed which is empty, which I have to put more cardboard down and build this soil. That's why that's there. And then here I have some what is this? Spinach. So some of the spinach actually started germinating. I think I saw one come up or two, but they're definitely germinating. Yeah. And then this is a rosemary. I have to mulch. This is a sage and a little onion there. And then this is comfrey. Comfrey, yes. And over here we have our berry bush, our blueberry bush. I think this is the rabbit eye berry bush that I got this past, well, I guess a couple of weeks. This is its first season here. And then I have this blueberry bush that I've had. This is its second year. I think it's gonna be my late bloomer because this one is moving a little faster than this one. And then this is the plant. This plant was in my back, so in the back of the house. So it's gonna probably perk up a little bit once it gets familiar with where it's at, and it's getting way more sun. And this is the calendula plant right here. And then this is a raspberry plant, raspberry bush. I'm gonna also mulch everything with the pine straw that's around my area and around my house. I'm gonna just rake it up and layer it. And this is my green stalk, another green stalk that I have. It's doing pretty well. I think this is broccoli, and this is kale here. Looks pretty healthy unless besides this part. And then I have onions, and then, oops, this is broccoli, I think, or cabbage. And then down here, this is chimisai, and this is right over here. This one is kale, and this one is Napa cabbage. So I turn it ever so often so that it can get sun on all the leaves. Isn't that so pretty? So yes, the frost did hit a little bit of it. It kissed it a little bit, but it's still okay. And then here, I just put these 4 spring onions in here when I go to the store, and it was in the back. So I probably will transplant or just leave it in here for something different. I might want to put some thyme because I did plant some thyme over there, and I think it's germinating. So I'll probably put that in here or in another container. And this is my parsley. This parsley came from my other house. So this is on its second year, actually. So it's doing pretty good. Yeah. And I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. So y'all seen the garden. This is what, oh, let me show you the, oh, the small itsy bitsy teeny weeny. Oh my gosh, I can't see it now. I don't know if y'all see the germination of the spinach, and that is the carrot. Yeah, I'm trying to find the thyme. It's so tiny. Thyme is so tiny when it germinates. I can't even see it. But yeah, so that's the garden. That's what it looks like. I did put over there, it looks like it's nothing there. There's nothing over there, but I put some twine fishing line over here. Right here. I don't know if y'all can see it now. See how it's white? Yeah, it's white. And then I have my repeller here, and then one here, and then there's one over there to repel the deer till I get this. This has to get fishing line as well. But that's the garden, guys. That's how it's looking right now. It's not perfect, but it's growing. It is growing, and I have time because it's summer. So that's the garden. Me and Maylin are out here I'm trying to get things done with her, and that's just what it is. So I did get discouraged thinking that, the garden wasn't going to do well, but I think sometimes we get into our own heads, bless you, baby, and not remember the process. So, right, mama. So I want us all to remember the process, that it takes time to grow food. Just like how it took me time to grow a baby. It takes time to grow food. So I'm not going to prolong this anymore. I'm gonna show you guys my tomatoes. Yeah, I did a lot of work this morning, guys. That's why I kind of, maybe I sound a little tired, but I did a lot of work today. I'm moving those containers with Malin in a stroller because she's like, "Arr!" She goes through a lot of separation anxiety. It's not the easiest. So yeah, but this is what my tomatoes look like. They look pretty good. Yeah, I put them outside so it can get some light, some fresh air, some wind. Yeah. So if you made it this far, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget our 4 P's. Don't forget to pray. Be patient, persevere, and you'll surely progress. And don't forget to be kind because we're going through so much right now, guys. So much is going on right now in this world that we have to just pray and stick together and be kind to others because just a little ounce of kindness can bring so much joy into somebody's life. This past week has been a lot for me, um, both physically and emotionally. But we get through it, we get through life. And I can say that whatever new obstacle that you've started in your life, if you think that it's not doable, pray about it and continue to persevere through it. Don't give up just because it seems hard, um, because God's got you. Okay, guys, so until next time, Malin and I say goodbye. She's playing with the stroller. She says goodbye. Until next time, I love y'all. Y'all stay blessed, okay? Bye.